Hey everyone, it's Dana here. Today I want to talk about a neighborhood that doesn't always get a lot of attention, but it keeps popping up for buyers who are trying to find a home under $500,000 in the Madison area. It is the Meadowlands, which is located on the east side of Madison. Now, when I say Meadowlands, some of you might think new construction, but it's not brand new in the way we think of typical new builds. A lot of the homes here were built in the early 2000s through 2010s, so many are anywhere from 5 to 25 years old. And that's wild to think about. It feels like just yesterday that was 2005, right? That means these homes are kind of in that sweet spot where they're not historic, they're not brand new, but they're also not the 1950s or 60s construction. They tend to still feel pretty modern in the layout and style. The majority of these homes were built by a construction company called Viridian Homes, which is a local Wisconsin home builder that has been very active in the Madison area. And they have a reputation of building a variety of home styles and planned neighborhoods in and around all the areas of Madison. So what does that mean for price? What's interesting is that the Meadowlands is one of the neighborhoods where you can still find homes in that $400,000 to high $400,000 price range. And in fact, I just recently hosted an open house for a home in this area, and it's listed at $419,000, which honestly is starting to get rare in Madison, especially for homes that are newer, that have a modern layout, and that are move-in ready. This home was built in 2015, so that's fairly new. You're getting a lot of square footage, and typically there are at least 3 bedrooms and more in that price range, which is really attractive for a lot of buyers, especially for first-time home buyers who need that extra space for a growing family or a home office, or for people looking to trade up without stretching their budget past the $500,000 to $600,000 price range. Now let's talk about the location of the Meadowlands. What I think sets this area apart is actually the location and the lifestyle options. Meadowlands is located northeast of the city and just off of Milwaukee Street, and it is a location that is really helpful to be able to get to your major corridors like Highway 51 and I-94. That makes it an easy commute to downtown Madison, Easttown Mall, Fitchburg, Sun Prairie, Cottage Grove, all those areas you might be working in or running errands in. You're also not very far from the Dane County Regional Airport if travel is a part of your lifestyle. The neighborhood has an established feel. The lots are mature, the trees have grown in, and there's a sense of being a settled neighborhood compared to a brand new Viridian development where everything still looks pristine and there's no trees and it's very echoey. And nearby there you have green space like the Door Creek Conservancy and Door Creek County Park, which offers trails, open space, and a more natural backdrop to everyday life. A lot of you ask about schools, so here's the breakdown. Meadowlands sits in the Madison Metropolitan School District, which means kids in this area typically attend Kennedy Elementary School, Whitehorse Middle School, and La Follette High School. That's important to note when you're looking for homes because school boundaries and options are often one of the top priorities when families are narrowing down where they want to live. Now, if you're familiar with this area or maybe you are doing some deep research, you might have heard talk about nearby rental properties or apartments, and it's worth clarifying what this is. There is a large apartment complex nearby called the Meadowlands Apartments, and while it shares the name and location relative to the neighborhood, it's technically a separate property and it's managed independently. You'll see different housing types in the broader area, but as a buyer, it's good to know what's part of the single-family neighborhood versus what's not. We see this with a lot of new neighborhoods. There is a mix of the single-family homes plus an apartment complex or two. But the real story I want to hammer home about this neighborhood is about the value and the choice you have. Meadowlands gives you homes that are newer-ish in a planned neighborhood and still under that $500,000 budget. Something that's getting tougher and tougher to find in Madison without going further out and buying an older home. You're about that 20-minute drive to downtown with easy access to city amenities if that's your priority. But what cool is you're also close enough within 20 to 30 minutes where you can be hiking at a trailhead on a lake or mountain biking on the Camrock State Park Trail, which honestly I think is only like a 23-minute drive from there. And I know that's a crowd pleaser for my nature enthusiasts. Make sure you check out more videos from the open house I did the other day. I will link something here so you can see it. It's good to get perspective, at least of one house in that neighborhood, and get kind of that firsthand feel the layout, the neighborhood, and how it works. And I made sure I grabbed some B-roll of just the neighborhood in general, the streets, hopefully some yards, so that you can just get a really good idea from a very not professional video taking lens of what this neighborhood looks like. So whether you're somebody who's priced out of Madison or you're just looking for where you can get more space with your dollar without sacrificing too much convenience, Meadowlands is one of those places for you. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments, and if you want me to do more videos in this series about Viridian neighborhoods specifically in and around Madison, because builders like that have shaped a lot of where we see the inventory, the price, and also the lifestyle of people living here. If you have questions about this area or want to compare it to others, or you need help figuring out a neighborhood that fits your timeline and budget, please reach out anytime. It is never too soon for us to start planning ahead, and I'm so happy to walk through it with you. If you want more of this content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me as well get to meet amazing people like you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.